Hi, this is Cindy Cochran. Welcome to the archives of the Cindy Cochran Show. Remember, I'm live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11, right here on irlonestar.com. You can be a part of the show by calling 936-647-3776. Also, please visit my Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show. Enjoy!
Good morning, Southeast Texas and all across internet radio land. My name is Michael Player, sitting in for Miss Cindy Cochran on the Cindy Cochran Show. What a blessing it is to be here. Being very thankful this week. It is the week of Thanksgiving, and we're glad you're joining us. If you're at work or if you're at home listening on the computer, hey, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much. And Cindy is out. I don't know if Cindy's going to be here this week. I know she's got family stuff and going out of town. But if you call in or get on the Facebook, I'm sure that she'll be able to contact with you through the internet means, and she'll be loving to hear from you. So nothing wrong with that right now. I've got some special guests in the studio. They're going to be getting ready, so if you hear some guitars tuning up or anything, I'm not going to tell you who it is just yet. A local band, very talented, and I'm really excited to have them. But, we're going to kick the first segment off with some current events. Right off the bat, I'll, bring out some sports. We've had some success in football in Texas with Baylor beating the Cowboys from Oklahoma State. That was cool. We had the Aggies playing their best game of the year against Vanderbilt. The Texans did a really good job yesterday and against the Jets. Of course, the Jets, mediocre team, and the Texans are starting to get a little bit better at doing what they do. And, of course, the big news for Texas football is Romo is back and led the Cowboys to victory. In sports, that is, we can have a better weekend in football in Texas. So if you want to call in a little bit this segment, Mr. Schisler, let's give them that phone number again. I'm always missing on the phone number.
936-647-3776. That phone number is at the top of every webpage on irlonestar.com.
So call in. We'll talk a little sports if you'd like, and some current events. Of course, politics, the political race is heating up, of course, with who's going to be the next president. And, of course, Facebook is always blowing up with how bad Obama is, at least in my feed. I don't always subscribe to all those kind of political views, but, it's Monday, and a lot of things happened over the weekend with, things changing in the political race, and we're starting to feel like I think that the clothes are coming off the emperor there for Mr. Donald Trump. Been running his mouth a little bit too much, in my opinion. So we'll see how that shakes out through the week. And I know the guests that we'll have on the show later on this week will be glad to talk politics. But it is what it is, and everybody's got an opinion. I feel like in Montgomery County we're a conservative county. And we kind of tend to lean that way, but, we can respect the views that people have in different aspects. But, sports and politics, that's what we normally talk on Cindy's show. And I'm kind of like at a loss being here by myself without Cindy. So if you see Cindy, say, Michael struggled on Monday. No, I'm just kidding. But Music Monday, we're going to have the music in the backside of the show. I already teased it on Facebook. If you haven't checked out the Facebook page, irlonestar.com. It has some previous shows and things like that Cindy and I have done. Some of the artists that we've had on Wednesdays, which is my normal day with Cindy, have been Kenna Danielle, Corey Michael, Jack Nelson, Jared Sterrett, Maddie Dean. Who else? Man, there's been so many people out there that have come through here, especially local artists. We have a lot of talent in Montgomery County, and I'll just go ahead and tell you, we've got the Lime Traders in here. We're going to do some music. We have them back here. And you know what? I'll tell you what, guys.
That was pretty weak.
It was weak. Hey, we got the Lime Traders. Give yourself some applause. Yeah. Let's just go on and get this music. Let's say we talked about a little bit of football. We did a little politics. I'm just excited because I got some people here. Let's just start talking music. What do you say, Dick? Making a music show. I've got more guests in the studio by number and body-wise than I have in a long time. So, might as well make use of all these people with their own personalities.
Well, why don't you start introducing them?
Well, right off the bat, I've only met some of them just here this morning, but I know Miss Haley K Kirkham is the lead singer.
Yes. yes.
Good morning, Haley.
Good morning. How are you?
It's good to see you.
You
I know
too.
we've met a few times, and you've performed at the Sparkle Ice House in
Yes.
downtown, and I had seen that. Now tell us a little bit about yourself and this project that you've got going with the Lime Traders.
We are a mesh of old bands, old friends, partial family members. I'm married to the bass player just recently, but I'll still go by Haley Kirkham on the stage. You know,
Awesome.
don't want to lose any
That's
fans.
right. You did get married. I saw that on my
I
Facebook page.
did. He's our one member we're missing, and Aldo, our drummer, too.
Yeah, that's having drums in the studio might be a kind of a noisy thing.
Just a tad, huh?
We haven't evolved. We drummers and the drummers that I know don't want to be put in a cage because that's just like it reminds them of their childhood.
Right.
So if you put drummers in boxes or cages, like there's there's actually a church out in Montgomery that has a cage. A box that the drummer gets in. And I've had my drummer in that thing.
Oh,
He's
he
like,
had fun
let
there.
me out of here, So
I think he'd like that.
we would have to put a drummer in a cage in this small room, but we'll give a shout out to the bass player and the drummer. They're left out.
I know, they're
Isn't
so
that so
sad.
stereotypical of
They're listening though.
how the band, the rhythm section's somewhere else. But that's good.
They're working. Bring home that money, honey.
So that's good. And so to your right, introduce the person.
We've got Brian Rowe. He's our lead guitar player and utility guy, creator.
Right on.
Joey Wells on guitar also. We have a lot of guitars in this band.
Right.
Wade Tanner.
Okay. Now,
Wade-
Brian, where are you from?
I'm from Detroit originally.
Detroit,
Michigan.
Texas.
Detroit, Texas.
Detroit.
That's how we say it in Texas.
Detroit,
Detroit.
Michigan. Detroit, right. Well, so what brings you down here to Texas?
Me and the bass player Mike were in the Air Force together and started a
Okay.
band, and somehow we ended up down here.
You played music in the Air Force?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, because a couple of those Air Force bands came to my high school
Oh, yeah?
when I was in, of course,
I wasn't in the Air Force band. I was in the Air Force and also in
a band.
Yeah.
And was the band but I know the reason I'm asking is because these were rock bands, or these
Yeah,
were
yeah,
contemporary music bands that came to my high school. When I was in high school, I thought, oh, that's cool, you could be in the Air Force and be a guitarist. Yeah, they were both. There were two different times they came through in a period of 3 years, and they played
Man, y'all
popular
missed
music,
out.
and they played
Oh,
good
yeah.
music.
Y'all could have been touring.
And they were really
we
good
toured
singers.
Korea, and that was a memory.
Like
all I
that's a
can
good
say
question.
about
Like musicians and veterans, how many tours you been on, man? I don't know, man. I did Tokyo, we did
I did
Japan, we did
Tokyo.
all. It's like, well, I didn't know there was a war. No, this I'm a musician, man.
No, we played in A-Town. If you
Yeah.
know what that means, then I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, Brian. And it's good to meet people, and then when you meet people and have an extended relationship with them through music, it's
Right.
even better. It's kind of like a brotherhood.
Me and Mike have been
family.
Yeah, we've been, I guess you could say family for however long we've known each other now, especially serving and whatnot. And then coming over here, and we're roommates. We're kind of half roommates. They're married. We've all been friends forever.
We're cousins.
They're cousins. So I mean, this is
Very
more like a family band,
intertwined.
and
That's
how it feels.
Some of the most successful bands that I've ever known about, studied about, have had already those close ties.
Yeah, I mean, the Partridge Family, they were great.
Yeah, they were great. I mean, you got even around here, like you got Folk Family Revival.
Oh,
you
good
know?
friends of ours. Good friends.
Yeah,
Really
so
good guys.
I mean that family, that tightness. And Johnny Cash used to say that you don't get any kind of harmony until you get that family harmony, because it always
Right.
has its own characteristic. And I remember him saying something like that. Now, to your right, Brian, Mr. Joey Wells. Joey, I've played with Joey several times. I've shared the stage with Joey, and he's been a guitar player. He's on my CD. So tell us a little about what you do, Joey. You speak to the microphone there.
Or don't move at all.
Wow.
I really look to Brian over here for a lot of direction. Basically, if Brian's doing something, then I just try to do something different. You know what I mean? But I mean, guitar, rhythm, lead, guitar.
Yeah, if you get 3 guitars in front of the band, that's a lot of guitar sound.
Find a spot to fit in, but don't play too much.
Right on, man. Right on.
Yeah.
So, and you've been around here for a while, right? Every time that I played around here, it was like, oh, Joey's in your band too?
Yeah, I might have played a couple shows.
Yeah,
around here,
because you
something
prostitute
like that.
yourself. We say that on the internet
Yeah.
radio. We can say that you
Yeah.
have been a prostitute.
I've played, with you and a bunch of other folks around the area. And
Right.
stuff.
You play with Jared Stewart.
Yeah,
a few
Jared
times.
Starrett,
And
a lot of times. Played with you a lot of times.
Yeah, we've been playing 3 or 4 years. I've probably played with you as a lead, your lead guitar player. You have been on as my lead guitar player more than anybody else.
Oh, really?
So that's pretty good. Till lately, you know.
Yeah.
See, I made you famous. Now you've got more of a demand.
We're about to pretty women this situation and steal them away forever.
I had to move on, you know.
Right, you had to
So,
move on. Right,
It just
you've
happens.
been there,
That's just
done
how it
that.
is, Mike.
Done that. I
Don't be
understand.
sad. Don't be upset.
And he's been teaching me how to play guitar for years and years.
Right. Well, I remember that
He
there
owed
was
me some money.
there was a, you know, I got a Wade Tanner story that I was walking at Cook-Off
Everybody has a
in
Wade
Montgomery County, and I'm like, I didn't know, this was 3 years ago. I didn't know you, and I maybe had heard your name like once, maybe through Joey. And I'm walking by this tent, and this kid's playing guitar and wailing just sounded good, man. I was like, who the heck is this? And it was you, dude. Wow. Man, it was real good. Yeah, it was good.
Right
so
on.
to my right, you're, you know, Wade Tanner. You're co-front man. Is that how this works in this band?
Yeah.
Team lead vocals,
Yeah.
That's all right.
I suppose.
Tell us a little about yourself, Wade.
Well, I've been playing music for a while. Like, I guess whenever I turned 18, I started coming to Conroe and playing at open mic nights and at Tuts. And
So where'd you grow up?
I grew up in just outside of Cleveland in Tarkington.
Okay.
So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I've been coming this direction and trying to learn everything that I could for long enough. I figured it was time to do something with a band.
Make it official.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just wasting my time.
Right.
So,
So as a group, how long have y'all been together? The Lime Traders?
What, 2 years?
About
Yeah.
2 years.
November be about 2 years.
Yeah, we started writing songs 2 years ago.
We spent about the first, I'd say, like 7 months just writing.
Yeah.
Just kind of creating
Just hanging out and writing.
a vibe and seeing which direction. I think we had Mike and Rowe in another band. We had Rowe with Wade in a band. We had me and Joey and some other members in a band. And things had kind of fizzled out, and we spent a lot of time in creation mode and figuring out what we wanted to do. And then finally got an album ready, and now 2 years later, we're lining up release and everything.
So you have recorded it. You've
We
been in the
have.
studio, and this is going to be a full album. How many songs are on it?
11.
And they're all original?
All, yes.
Okay. So you're kind of getting people anticipatory, you know, feelings for your album?
Right. Yeah, we're shooting for February.
Okay. So you have a website.
We have Reverb Nation, and we have Facebook, Twitter,
Okay.
Instagram.
So the best way to get in touch or to see where you're playing and to be ready to buy your album will be
Yes.
Facebook.
I would say Reverb Nation and Facebook.
Reverb, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Right on. So Reverb Nation. That's and I have to explain it because for a long time my website was Reverb Nation, and then I went and got a standalone website.
Right.
So people would say like, "How do I find your website?" So I went and bought my domain name, and then I just made it go to Reverb Nation. So people were confused.
Yeah.
When they would type in michaelplayer.com, it would go to Reverb Nation, but it would still be my
Right,
you know,
right.
it'd still be my stuff. And you can buy the music there on Reverb Nation, which is very good for independent musicians.
Right.
And I
Growing.
like that. I like, you know, the ability to send out press kits and things like that on Reverb Nation. Because, see, a lot of people that tune in and want to know what's going on, they're other musicians.
Right,
They're
right,
like, what
right.
are they doing? Man, let me hear what they're doing, because we all get inspired off of what other people are doing. So, you know, half of what I do is to get musicians interested in what I'm doing, and then you never know, later on down the road, they may be playing somewhere, and we play it, and it's a jam and all that, or we write together and that sort of thing. So
use that network.
now, and these are all 11 tracks that are going to be on your upcoming. What's the title of your upcoming release? Did you have a title for it?
I don't know if we really kind of decided. I think we might just do
Self-titled.
Self-titled first album, yeah.
Okay, so call it the Lime Traders.
Yeah, we're all up in the middle of this this creative stage right now with our marketers and such.
Well, that's cool. Now, your marketers, is this all self-produced, or do you actually use management, or do you call people? Or?
We've got a friend that's helping us use like create logos and stuff,
Good.
and possibly with CD designs and stuff like that. But really, we're doing all of it ourselves. When we found the studio, there's no management involved doing it. It's just teamwork and, hey guys, you want to do this? Okay,
Well,
sure.
We've been doing it a long time, like without each other, you know.
Right.
And like now that we have something that we can push, that we're all pretty excited about. Like we're just doing all the stuff that we wanted to do the whole time.
I think we've kind of gone out and made our own connections with people.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we, like, our powers combined kind of thing. We
Yeah.
can,
Oh,
we
we're-
are Captain Planet.
Totally.
So that's cool.
kind of make it happen.
That's cool. Well, thank you guys for being in studio. We're going to go to some commercials here in a second, and we're going to come right back out. Do a little bit more talking, and we'll get right into some music. How does that sound? Thank you. Michael Player filling in on the Cindy Cochran Show here, irlonestar.com. Stick around.
Conroe now has another first. The Cindy Cochran Show. Mornings at 10 a.m. on irlonestar.com.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that texting and talking on the phone while driving are not only dangerous, but also illegal in school zones and other posted areas. Drive safely and alert.
At Jazzy Junk, volunteers reclaim, restore, and recycle. Jazzy Junk is a non-profit resale storefront where you will discover wonderful, unique finds at very affordable prices on furniture, antiques, books, art, home decor, and more. When you shop Jazzy Junk, you support New Danville, a community for adults with developmental disabilities. We receive new donations daily, so plan a visit to Jazzy Junk today to find that perfect item or gift. Our motto is here today, gone today. So remember to hurry in and shop often for the best selection. Jazzy Junk is located in the outlets at Conroe on League Line Road and I-45 North. Call 936-441-4500 or visit our website, jazzyjunk.org. That's Junque for more information and store hours.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
Lone Star Internet Radio is now bringing you the weekly business hour show each Monday morning at 11 a.m. My name is Rick Schisler, and I will be your host. Each week, we will be bringing you local, area, and national business news that you can use. The program will also feature an interview with a local or national business person who will share their own experiences, successes, and failures in operating their businesses. Our show is for anyone who already owns a business, whether they work solo or have employees, and for those who are thinking about starting their own businesses. A bit of information about myself. Again, my name is Rick Schisler, and I am a Silver Fox advisor who has over 40 years' experience as a serial entrepreneur. As a part of our show, I will offer some advice and encouragement on our monthly topic, and I will take your questions by email at rschisler@silverfox.org or call into the station at 936-647-3776. See you on the radio Monday at 11 a.m. for the weekly business hour.
And we're back. Michael Player filling in for Cindy Cochran on the Cindy Cochran Show here on irlonestar.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. One of the things that we're thankful for this week is our faithful listeners. And so I just want to give a shout out for those of you out there going to be celebrating the holidays this week. Spend some good time with your family. Just take a deep breath and relax and chill and get to know your family again. You know, it's good for being thankful for your family. Even though they may give you hell all year long, you can say, like, look, time out. Let's eat some turkey. Love to eat turkey. So anyway, yeah, I had turkey last night at church. We had our Thanksgiving thing at church, and I mean, I'm telling you, I think that the turkey that I had last night, it really blew part of my head off. It was pretty good. I mean, I was actually saying that.
Thank God it wasn't the whole head.
Well, yeah, I know, because I needed some of it this morning to do the show. But the situation is that you go to a buffet or a type thing. Well, let's not say buffet, but something that's not a restaurant. You go to a potluck dinner. You never know what you're going to get because it's like, this is good as. Because everybody cooks food differently. Some people can't cook, and they'll bring a dish up there, and it's like, I don't know. Like, literally, one time I went to one of these things, and somebody had dumped a bowl of fried, pre-breaded frozen okra into a dish and let it thaw for like an hour or two. And that was their that was their hors d'oeuvre, or that was something. And like, I actually saw it. I said, "Ooh, I love fried okra," and I took some of it. It was cold. And I even ate it. I was like, is this something? Does somebody know something about
Gourmet.
fried okra that I don't know, that if you just thaw it out, it's like delicious?
Well, sometimes
And-
I think you just have to try to appreciate what the meal is trying to be.
It's the thought that
It might not taste
No.
great, but
Not
No.
I don't know, dude.
No, you
That-
don't serve thawed
it's the thought that
frozen
counts.
okra.
Tastes good.
I'm
You're
not
right.
the funny
excusing the
thing-
okra. It's the thought that counts. I'm
I
not
was-
excusing the okra.
I was just curious because I knew what they had done, and I was, because some people prepare food differently. And maybe they know something I don't know about thawed frozen okra. But no, literally, they thought you don't have to reheat it. Anyway, it's a funny thing. But the first thing that I got was the turkey last night. So I put probably about 4 or 5 ounces of turkey on my plate. And I was, they called our table like second. In my church, it's funny, they color code your tables, and nobody rushes the buffet at the same time. So we were like, last year we were the last table. And it was like, oh my gosh, everybody was, was there going to be any left? We were all looking. But anyway, got there, and the turkey was actually, I think, besides, like, I had fried turkey one time, it was delicious. But this turkey was oven cooked. It's the best turkey I've ever eaten. I think
Hands down.
in my 40 years on the planet, that was the best turkey I've ever had. So, yeah, I dropped that bomb, didn't I?
Everybody knows
I'm
now.
way too old to feel this young. I really am, but I love it. So, yeah, if you're just joining us, got the Lime Traders live in studio this day, Music Monday here at Cindy Cochran Show. I'm very excited to have them. Miss Haley K, Brian Rowe, Joey Wills, and Wade Tanner, all here live in studio. I got them talked into doing a song this segment. It's called. I'll let Haley talk about the song.
Oh, geez.
They're going to perform it
I'm
live.
a singer, not a talker.
Right.
This song is called Devil's Road. It's pretty open to interpretation for you guys, but I'd say mainly it's about choices and
thawed frozen okra is what it's about.
Yeah, you can't get that out of your mind now.
Various interpretations.
I
of
can't.
said
I
dish.
just
Yeah.
keep picturing what an awful. No. Anyways, I hope you
think
like
about
it. It's
okra
called
every time we play
Devil's
this song
Road.
now.
The Devil's Road. Now, who wrote this song?
All of us. We pretty much wrote all
Yeah,
together
everybody
every
put some-
song. Yeah.
This is a group. This
The
is a
the
full
structure of
group
the
thing.
song, in this particular song that we're going to hear, did the melody come first or the lyrics come first?
Probably
Isn't this the one that
melody
y'all
first.
just sat down and wrote a bunch of lyrics to, and then we're like, oh, let's just
I was hanging
throw some
out in their
music.
apartment.
Oh,
one day,
you
and
were. Mike was
we
in
started
Taiwan.
picking. Yeah, Mike was in Taiwan, and we started picking the guitar and just wrote as many random things.
I actually,
lyrically,
funny
and
story.
it all kind of fell together.
I was taking the trash out or something, and you said write these
Oh, yeah.
6 lines, and
Yeah.
we just started writing words.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
said, I'm
that.
going to take the trash out real quick. Just come up with something. And I came back, and you had meshed all the lines together and made a really cool little
So
verse.
the lyrics did come first, and then
kind of
Yeah.
simultaneous.
guitar
I mean, the
parts
riff,
later.
the guitar was there, and then that was just kind of.
and since y'all are all guitarists, you write off the guitar. You don't write off of the piano or anything like that.
We've
guitar or what's in my head sometimes.
Done, yeah.
Yeah, just match.
Sit
the
down
note.
and sing it and say, hey,
If somebody
can you play
busts out a
something to
wicked
that?
spoon solo, we'll write to that too.
Very
Love the
rhythmic.
washboard.
If you got a beat, I can write to it.
Okay. Well, we get the Lime Traders.
You can.
Devil's Road. Y'all take it away.
I got a letter in the mail, dirty little fingers on a wedding veil. They'll bring fresh linens on a Tuesday night, and the pictures fill the walls to the candlelight. But tell me, what was I supposed to do? Oh, sit around and wait on you. You left me all alone, out of time. Devil pays the road. If I'm falling, you better let me go, honey. If I'm drowning, you better sink me real slow. If I find the bottom, I'll let you know. It's a noon. Gonna pedal my riot on the way to the moon. I'm gonna pull it closer and maybe change the time. Well, Santa Claus gone now. What a pretty
That is freaking awesome. Haley K, your vocals are awesome. Thank you so much. I mean, that's a blessing to be in the studio with the song. It's like, I'm thinking the Black Crowes and Janis Joplin had a love child, and it's the Lime Traders.
Yeah. You know what?
Thanks, and that love child sold lemonade, and we
limeade.
Limeade. we sound
like that limeade taste.
It's like a dad joke. That's terrible.
I hope the rain keeps up.
That's good stuff. The Lime Traders. Y'all check them out on Facebook. My goodness, that's a great tune. The blend of the acoustic guitars in the room sounds awesome. And, I mean, and your inspiration. I mean, who did influence you in your vocals? I'm thinking Janis Joplin, but I mean, there's some other stuff in there too.
From a younger age, I was Etta James came later in life, and Gladys Knight and the Pips. When I was younger, it was really like Reba and Alison Krauss. The big. Well, I mean, the light voices, the big, heavy chest voices, Aretha. But then, high school, I found Gladys Knight, and blew my mind.
Yeah, well, I think that's exciting, and I think y'all should feel excited about what you're bringing to the table, because where you're going to be is really hot for the next 24 months, and it's country soul. I think Nashville's done the bro country thing, and now you got with Stapleton, and it's kind of ushering this country soul type stuff. It's a sound that has a lot of blend of genre, being blues, gospel, R&B, and then now you're going to add country to it, and so this and Sundance Head, local artists, bringing the country soul thing around here. Uncle Lucius,
absolutely.
Lucas Jack. A lot of these guys that are bringing this sound to people are loving it, man. I'm loving what you did in here. I mean, golly, Devil's Road. It's going to be on your debut album, The Lime Traders, or is it just Lime Traders?
The Lime Traders.
The Lime Traders, and we'll just say you're at Montgomery, Texas.
Montgomery County, Texas.
Montgomery County, Texas.
We're from Texas.
We're from Texas.
It's unbelievable the amount of talent.
Texas, America.
Which is pretty much everything that's good about America.
Spelled in capital letters.
I've kind of said that Texas is the last bastion of American freedom, because it seems like it's kind of dissipating, and we're going to keep that independent spirit with our music. We're going to do something new by doing something old. Ooh. It's kind of crazy. Well, thank y'all for coming in the studio. You're going to stick around for the next half hour. We've got more music and more interview to come. We got Mr. Dick Schisler and the producer behind the wheels. He's probably going to pipe in with some stuff. I'm Michael Player with the Cindy Cochran Show. Y'all stick around. We'll be right back. More music to come from the Lime Traders.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County is a 501c3 all-volunteer-based rescue and adoption organization with a no-kill policy for healthy and adoptable animals. Our goals are fourfold: to rescue and rehabilitate homeless animals, to provide a safe haven for the animals until a suitable adoption or foster care home is found or until they are reunited with their owner, to educate the public about the great need to reduce pet population, which includes the importance of having their pets spayed and neutered, and to further the cause for humane and responsible pet ownership, and to provide a low-cost spay-neuter clinic for people who are unable to afford to spay or neuter their pets otherwise. SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County encourages you to think adoption first. You can contact us at www.spcaofmc.com.
Tune in to Chamber Chat with your hosts, Courtney Galley and Samantha Good, with the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce, every first Tuesday of the month at 11 a.m. I'm one of your hosts, Courtney Galley. Samantha and I will chat about the Conroe Chamber's upcoming events and programs for the month. Relax with a cup of joe or your favorite drink for Chamber Chat.
The East Texas Dream Center is in need of your help. We are a nonprofit Christian organization that houses women and children who are trying to get their lives back after being homeless, abused, or addicted. We are conveniently located at 301 South 1st Street, Conroe, Texas, 77301, right here in Montgomery County. Our needs are financial and every needs of gasoline, cleaning supplies, laundry soap, Lysol, and whatever else God puts in your heart. To help our ladies and children, please consider a donation. You may visit our website at www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. Again, so you don't forget, it's www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. Donations are tax deductible. Remember what Jesus said, with God, nothing is impossible.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the most opinionated talk show on radio.
And we're back. Michael Player in for Cindy Cochran on the Cindy Cochran Show. It's Local Music Monday, which I kind of like the way that rings. Usually we do the local music on Wednesday, and that's been pretty cool. But because of the holiday, we got Thanksgiving come up, we've got a little bit of a rearrangement in the schedule. But we thank you so much for coming in and listening. We thank the Lime Traders for coming in. That's who I've got in studio. Sounding great so far. I think if you're liking what you hear, you need to tell your friends, hey, get on the internet, listen to the radio. There's a cool band called the Lime Traders. It's really cool being a musician myself, and I get to bring in folks and learn more about them, because most of the time I just see about what's going on in the radio or the internet through Facebook, or we'll catch people at different venues and say, hey, what's going on? But since we're out on the road, we'll be working. We don't always get a time to sit down and talk about and chat and talk about the creativity of what's going on. I want to take a minute to talk about December the 8th. Mr. Wayne Michaels right here, Lone Star, irlonestar.com, has got Cadence Hope. It's the second annual radio telethon. It's going to be several artists in here live in the studio on December the 8th. This is all to go benefit Cadence Hope, which is a fundraiser. It's a benefit for families with children in neonatal intensive care units. And so this doesn't necessarily go to help medical bills, but it goes to help with living expenses and the cost of living while their infant is in the intensive care units at certain hospitals throughout the United States. Cadence Hope is a national nonprofit organization in which it goes to help benefit all of those babies and their families. So we're going to do a radio telethon there December the 8th, right here live in studio. I don't have an artist lineup, but if you go to irlonestar.com, I'm sure the information will be there available. Also, we're going to be selling tickets for the Cadence Hope Country Christmas. It's going to be at the Crescent Moon on December the 16th. The tickets are available at eventbrite.com. That's EVENTBRITE.com, and you can look it up under Cadence Hope Country Christmas. I know Cody Joe Hodges is going to be there. Also with Jesse Roach, they're going to be co-headlining that show. I will be there at that show at Crescent Moon, and Montgomery's own Maddie Dean. So check that out, eventbrite.com, and don't forget December the 8th, right here live in studio. Several local artists are going to be doing the Cadence Hope Radio Telethon. Now, Lime Traders, let's talk about you and where you're going to be playing here in the next couple of weeks or up until Christmas. Y'all's next show is where at now?
The 28th, this coming Saturday, a couple of days after Thanksgiving. We're going to be in Liberty, Texas at the TVE Rodeo Arena, and we're going to be playing after the Generation Next Calf Roping. It's a rodeo that my brother puts on, and it's to help the youth kind of get more involved in the rodeo world, and they get the pros come out and they have a show too, so their idols are there, and awesome. It's a real weekend long event. And Saturday we'll start about 8 o'clock right after the pro ropers go, and we'll play with Zach Aaron. He was formerly
good buddy of ours.
Yeah, good friend. He was formerly Lost County. If you know his music from there, he'll be there. as promoting his new Zach Aaron album, and it'll be a fun night. We'll play from about 8:30 till maybe 11 or so.
Okay, so
total.
this is Liberty, Texas, the TVE Rodeo
Arena.
Is the TVE Arena. Now, do people need to buy tickets to come see you?
They can
see
buy
the rodeo
tickets
too?
at the gate, just like a rodeo, like you'd go to a normal rodeo. You just pay right there at the gate, and you get access to the rodeo and the show afterwards.
Right on. So is this one of the things where they're going to bring you out on a trailer and you're going to be in the middle
No.
of the rodeo arena? How's it?
Yeah, we're all going to be horseback
wish. I'm
guys,
waiting
just
for
so
that.
you know.
Right.
I've got your fringe outfits.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Yeah.
That's going to be
all,
cool.
all dressed up as Glenn Campbell.
So you know how this is going to be? Is there going to be a stage up there? or
Yeah,
what?
there's a stage in the arena. They fixed it up real nice over the last few years. It's a real great facility.
Awesome.
Nice stage, nice little green room area, food for us, if I haven't told you guys.
I had a friend of mine come and tell me that he went to this venue, and I thought this would be a great idea, especially for bands and bars, actually. But they have the bar. Okay, so the stage is in the center of the venue, and it's elevated, probably about 6 feet high or whatnot. And then the bar is kind of subset, so people walk to the stage to get their beverages.
Oh, that's cool.
And so the band feels good because everybody's coming up there and they're like, hey, yeah, and you can just hand the band a beer. No, but the
the
thing
bar
about
is like the Broadway orchestra
there's
underneath.
like 3 things going on there. It's the band is people are centered around the band and the stage. The bar does well and it brings people to the middle, and they're actually saving space. So they're not like the bar is separate and the stage is separate. Right. They're actually combining the two. And so I was thinking maybe some of these club owners that want to do really live music, because it's difficult. I want to play as much as I can as a musician. Mm-hmm. Now, when somebody calls or I call somebody, sometimes I'm a little bit, I wish, there's that little thing. It's like, are you really a music venue? And so I want to play that level. Until you get to that level, you just got to keep working and play all the places you can. But it's kind of like, if you're playing at a place that on Friday you're there, and then Saturday there's going to be midget wrestling or mud wrestling the next day, you're kind of thinking, I don't know that music is really what this venue wants. But I really love playing those kind of places.
Shenanigans is honed in on that.
Yeah.
Midget wrestling to Cody Johnson.
Well, there was a place in Houston that did that. They had pudding wrestling one night, and then the next night they had some band, and then they started just combining it. Like the pudding wrestling was like opening up for the band. It was
right.
It was.
I'm
awful.
down for that gig.
It was really awful.
So our next gig, we're gonna get midgets for this Saturday.
Why not?
And pudding.
I think
Can we
little
get
people.
little people?
Little people.
Can we get little? Yeah.
Come on, Haley.
They title it themselves, midget wrestling.
Okay, well, if they
the tall people are probably
They
saying
just
that,
said
though.
this was an opinionated show.
as long as they make up the flyer themselves, then I think it's
But it'd be like, cool. Hey, when you hit the last chord, hey, and now check up little Hulk Hogan. He's going to go against. We're going to take a break, and there's going to be one match in there. No, but it's funny. I was reading a biography about Lenny Bruce.
Yeah.
And the only place that Lenny Bruce really had an act was in strip clubs.
Wow.
Really?
And so he would finish, he'd do 15 minutes, and he'd say, and now take a look at Scarlett. She's going to be on the center stage. So tell a bunch of jokes, and then somebody dances.
That one's not going to fly, boys.
But,
we're not even trying it.
I don't know.
you got a good show. Well, you got a good show when the venue, when the actual patrons turn into their own entertainment. So that's a good show. If you can play music that makes people take their clothes off, I think you got to mark it. I'm not real sure. But anyway, been a lot of fun, and we're going to have some more fun. I don't know where these things go. It's live radio, man.
How can we do that?
Yeah.
There was an establishment like that here locally, and they had live bands for a while.
Yeah, it was a strip club that had live bands.
Yeah,
well,
upstairs they had live bands.
I would say, yeah. I don't know if that'd be for me.
You could get them upstairs, I guess.
Well,
that
I was
would be...
formerly in one of the bands that played there. I never actually played that gig, but
right on.
Yeah,
right. Well, hey, let's get to the music.
Yes.
Lime Traders right here live in studio. The next song, tell me a little bit about it. Give me about 30 seconds of talking about the song, and then we'll go right into it.
We went to Rowe's family's house for up in Detroit.
You're talking about this Brian
Rowe.
Yeah,
Brian
I'm sorry.
Everybody calls him
Brian.
Rowe.
Man,
I don't have a first name.
But we went to his family's house, and they took us around to the bad parts of.
My cousin drove us through down my old street that I lived on, and the old neighborhood and everything, and
And when we came back, we decided to write a song about
it paints a really good picture. If you really listen to the words.
They burnt down memory lane because that was everything that Rowe remembered. You know what I mean? Like from being a kid, and I guess you can speak more.
No, that's
I think the
pretty
words
much
tell
it.
a great story.
Yeah, it's all like each line in the song is about like something. If you're from Detroit, you'll probably recognize something that we're saying in there.
So, tell me the name of the song again.
Memory Lane.
Memory Lane. All right, let's hear it.
Got a little time to hit back to Landfill. 1,200 miles to face all my fears, and a little rain could drown out all of these flames. As the storm beats down, I check my loaded gun. Once was clean, is now covered with blood in these dirty streets, filled up with broken dreams. $1,000 houses lined up in rows, $1 million mansions burn up in smoke. All I see around me is black in the snow. It's never gonna be the same. They burned down memory lane. The punch you drove through will never connect. Over Woodward Ave, you can't get no respect. Ain't it a shame? I wonder who's to blame. American muscle used to turn on your lights. Now it's just a shelter for desolate nights and a heartbeat in the land of broken dreams. $1,000 houses lined up in rows, $1 million mansions burn up in smoke. All I see around me is black in the snow. It's never gonna be the same. They burned down memory lane. Motor City concrete keeps crumbling down. Blues River secrets will never be found, and the city drowns. What happened to this town? All these temptations I'm made for the show. These holy Texas jeans are no good for the cold. There's nowhere to run because there's nowhere to go. It's never gonna be the same. They burned down memory down memory lane. You can bathe in the flames. It ain't never gonna be the same. It burned down memory lane.
All right, the Lime Traders, right here at IRLoneStar.com. Thank you so much. I'm Michael Blair of the Cindy Cochran Show. Stick around. We got more talk, more music, maybe on the way back. Come around.
Conroe now has another first. The Cindy Cochran Show. Mornings at 10 a.m. on IRLoneStar.com.
I'm Andrea Kolsky.
And I'm Heather Hall.
You may have heard of Justice Being Blind.
But what about being blonde?
In our show, Justice is Blonde, we talk about what's going on in Montgomery County at the courthouse behind the scenes.
Hey, Andrea, don't forget about Harris County, too.
And honestly, Heather, nationwide, we cover it all.
Airing every Friday at 11 a.m., you can send in your burning questions to our email, justicesblonde.lonestar@gmail.com.
Or they can look us up on Facebook at Justice is Blonde.
Or they could even call in to the station at 936-647-3776. Although we are discussing the law, we're trying to keep it fun, and we have some awesome guests.
So tune in Friday for some legal fun, laughter, and an hour with the Blantourage.
Hello, Montgomery County. I'm Rachel Baldwin with Special Olympics Texas, Area 6. Are you a fan of courage? Are you a fan of determination? Are you a fan of acceptance, grace, and skill? Then you're already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, and/or compete and be a fan of dignity and acceptance. The dedication of our Special Olympics Texas volunteers provides mainstreaming experiences for athletes with intellectual disabilities. You will touch the heart of another person, and it will move you in a meaningful way that lifts the spirit. Please visit the Heart of East Texas Area 6 webpage at www.sotx.org. Also, like us on Facebook to be a fan and be part of Special Olympics Texas.
Our community's animal shelters cannot absorb accidental litters of kittens and puppies. Approximately 80% of the animals entering our shelters will not make it out alive. Please help be a part of the solution. Please spay and neuter your pets. Many low-cost options are available. Visit texaslittercontrol.org to learn more. That's texaslittercontrol.org. And remember, real Texans don't litter. Please spay and neuter your pets.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
The Cindy Cochran Show. Even if these walls could talk, they couldn't get a word in edgewise.
All right, we're back. Michael Player in for Cindy Cochran on Music Monday here at IRLoneStar.com. Thank y'all for being here. Thank the Lime Traders for being here.
Thanks for having us.
It's been, I mean, the music has been freaking awesome, if I must say.
I'm glad you like it.
It's a great show. And honestly, we haven't had bad guests here. They've all been the pro level, and I appreciate y'all. Very thankful for y'all being here and bringing your musicianship and your talent to the show. Thank you so much. It's Thanksgiving week. I mean, y'all have got a lot of stuff coming up as musicians in the future.
Yeah.
Tell the audience a little bit about what's going on for the Lime Traders.
So, like we said last segment, we do have a show coming up Saturday in Liberty. About the rodeo starts at 6. We'll be playing afterwards. It's at the Rodeo Fairgrounds in Liberty. You get your tickets at the gate. And then January 9th, we'll be at Backwoods, right here at Conroe off 1488. And then I believe
Backwoods Saloon, isn't it?
Backwoods Saloon.
I'm playing that Friday too.
Yeah, you can come out and see Wade on Friday.
So yeah.
Great. And then I think February 6th we're supposed to be at the Corner Pub, just right around the corner from here. So local and
the next few local shows we got coming up.
And if y'all go like us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and MySpace.
The Facebook, if they get on the search bar at Facebook, what do they type in? They
the Lime
Traders,
same thing
and then
for Twitter,
friend the music page, right?
Yeah, they're all the same. If you just search the Lime Traders on any of those social media networks, and if you go to one of those, whichever one you want, say you like us, say you heard us, we'll send you some free merch when we get it in. We've got everything ordered right now, so we'll get it to you.
How many likes does your page have right now? You know,
we're pushing 400, maybe.
Awesome.
350.
We only set it up a little bit ago, but we've been climbing.
Good.
Yeah,
they say once you get past the first 500, then it gets easier. You know,
Does it?
Past 500,
I hope so.
I guess, you know. But social media is a great tool to have as a musician. And I see some musicians kind of, abusing a little bit. But I do see I think there's a lot of stuff for independent musicians that we're not even really using. I think it's one of them trial by error things. And if we educate ourselves more about how to get the music to the people, because sadly enough, people aren't buying CDs anymore.
Yeah.
The creative part is only so much, and you'd like to just dwell in the creative part, but it's not 1920 where you just stand alone anymore. You're competing against a lot of people, and it's all art. It's all good. It's wonderful, but to be heard, you got to put in a little work to get yourself out there.
Yeah. This book I'm reading is like he's like, you're in an arena. You're all musicians, and you're all yelling. Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to hear you. Mm-hmm. So how do you get yourself out of that? Do you yell something different, or do you look different, or how do you get people to consume what you're producing in order for you to make a living and do this? And what's your established living? Can you make $20,000 a year, or do you need to be $120,000 a year? Or,
right.
Where do you want to be as a musician? So we talk a lot about that, and I love helping musicians. I like being helped, and I think it's you mentioned competition, and I think it kind of isn't necessarily, because if I can get more people to like what I'm doing, they're going to like what other people's doing. So if we support each other, I understand it, because I feel like I'm in competition, because if y'all come out with something good, well, I'm going to come out with something good.
Right.
So it makes it better. It's an evolution. But yet I'm not going to get mad if you have a fan and I don't have your fan, or if my fan, my people buy my tunes and then they go on iTunes. Right. Well, I like that little button. It's like, if you like Lime Traders, you'll also like down there. I like that because
I live off
you're
that
right.
on Spotify. I love it. I found so many new people.
Well, it's been a pleasure having y'all in studio. Thank y'all. We got Haley K, and I'll Dutson, right? Haley K. Dutson. You're married to the bass player who's not here today. Okay,
we love you, Mike, and Aldo.
Love you, Aldo.
That's sweet. That's like if my bass player married somebody in my band, I'd be worried. But anyway,
we make it work somehow.
Brian Rowe, Joey Wells, Wade Tanner. Y'all friend them all on Facebook. My name is Michael Player for the Cindy Cochran Show. It's been a pleasure. Thank y'all for tuning in. And on behalf of producer Dick Schisler and IronLoneStar.com, thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving, and I'll see y'all on the radio next week.
Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Any comments, suggestions of topics, email me at thecindycochranshow@gmail.com. Also, check out my Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show. Join me live Monday through Friday. See ya.